All right, welcome everyone to another round of Ab-So-Lute 2901 Productions and For a Media proudly presents to you another round of Ab-So-Lute.
Did you say that backwards?
I did. I said it backwards as hell.
That shit play fuck up all the time. It ain't nothing new. Magic of editing.
There you go.
What's going on with you, man? It's your man Eric.
And this is Marlon. We're back at it.
Again, I'm changing my name one of these days. Stop giving my government out to all y'all listeners and non-listeners. Ain't no telling who gonna hear this later on down the line. Y'all might get mad at me or something. Not like I care, but
Well, you know you can go by Easy.
nah. It's already it was two of them. Well, no,
Well,
him
Eric,
passed
right?
away, and then his son.
Well, his career died.
I didn't know he had a career.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to be like the future or some shit like that on the West Coast, and he was like around our time, right?
I don't know,
So now he's doing a podcast.
but man, but everybody doing a podcast.
Well, we started it first. Then we started for Easy E Jr.
Well, we just started ours, so
Well, we started it first. I was just kidding. But yeah, I think Easy E Jr. He came out when the time we was out. Or either a little bit after us. I'm not 100% sure. We're in the same ballpark, though.
See, I think podcasts are like that's not one of those things that you can do and then people will be like, "Oh, well, he fell off because he doing a podcast." Because a lot of like well-known people still do.
Yeah, it's
doing
the
podcasts today.
end thing now.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree with that. Having a podcast is definitely the end thing.
Yeah, should have jumped on that shit a long ass time ago.
We should have. I the sad part about it. Well, I mean, it's not sad. Like I've been doing sports talk radio for a long time, but like I think I said this in the other show, I felt so compartmentalized. Like I feel like I have more to offer the world than just sports. So it feels good to be doing this, and to also be doing it, you know, with my partner in crime. So I'm good to go.
Yeah, cause you know I ain't saying shit about sports. I don't know a damn thing about sports. I was trying to explain that to somebody the other day at work. Cause she a Patriots fan, but her husband is a Falcons fan. So
Damn, what
she
a
was
household.
like, it's like she was just giving them hell about the Super Bowl, and then she was like, "Well, how does it feel that the people that y'all lost the Super Bowl to and
Is
came
in
back
your
and won?"
home.
Yeah, but I was like, it don't matter to me. Like I don't know about everybody else, but having the Patriots here playing against the Rams,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
And then she probably throw up that 28-3 shit to him every time.
I mean, which is what everybody's gonna do.
And she's like, well, we had sex 28 times, and each time you lasted 3 minutes.
like I said, I don't know a lot about sports, but I do know the Falcons aren't the only team to never win a Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be at least 12 other teams besides us that hasn't won a Super Bowl.
No, I just think it was just our collapse that make people say whatever they say. You know, it doesn't bother me. It's fucking
Well,
sports.
at least we ain't had no damn completely defeated season.
True. I mean, we could have been the Cleveland Browns that year. I actually like them this year, but that's a sports thing. We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, get out there because that's about as far as my sports knowledge go.
There you go.
What's been going on with you though?
Man, been working like a slave. So I apologize to everybody out there. I have not had a chance to do any promo. I haven't had a chance to do anything. I've been like literally working, and the only when I get a free moment is to come and do the podcast. But I'm gonna be making sure I do more promotional and all that stuff because this is, you know, we want this to grow.
Yeah, and I haven't been working like a slave, but when I am at work, it's like I don't really have time to do shit else. But if I do get home at a decent time, I normally knock the hell out. So I kind of got to prioritize because I just put up I just finished editing a promo video for episode 4, and this is going to be 8 because episode 6 was 2 parts.
Right.
So, but the strange thing is you can't label them as you can't number them like 6 and 6.5.
So you did like part one.
It has
You
to be
did part one,
and
part two.
Yeah. So part 1 and 2 makes up episode 6 and 7. So this is technically episode 8 according to iTunes once we post this one.
Right. Okay.
So we 8 deep, man.
8 deep.
Sound like a porno.
I know, right?
Oh man, shit. It ain't really been too.
Go
much.
4 deep. That's right. I got problems. No, just kidding. I give you a good 6 to 10. Depends on what you do.
And she gonna add seconds or minutes, and then you just repeat it. It depends
28
on what
to
you
3.
do. Oh shit, you a damn fool, man. And honestly, it's been a strange week at work for me because this is probably like on the downside of shit, but we had like 3 patients that passed away. And it's kind of fucked up.
But you usually deal with older people, right? Like,
yeah, we do.
okay.
But
Not that I want nobody out there think I'm saying that makes it better that they old and they died. I'm not saying that.
No, what I'm saying is the fucked up thing is, you know how most people go to work and they be like, damn man, I ain't feeling this shit today.
Right.
Like, I'm just ready for the day to be over with. I'm like, damn, I wish I ain't had to go pick up this person or pick up that person.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pull up to their house
And you
they be
legitimately
like,
didn't have to come pick them up.
right. So
Evil.
that shit kind of mess with you for a second, because you be like, damn, I mean, I know I ain't feel like being here, but I ain't want that to happen.
You're like, how Miss Smith died? Too much Whack Arnold's.
Whack Arnold.
You remember that?
Hell yeah. I ain't seen Dave Chappelle show in a minute, man.
Oh man, I still watch it. It's a classic. I love my brother Chappelle.
Wasn't he just on, I think they was talking about him, not on the news, well, not actual news, like social media news, because he says, like when he did that P on You video about R. Kelly.
Right. Oh,
and
talking
then-
about when the goons tried to attack him or hemmed him up in the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was that, and then it was, what else was it? It was, I think he was something about, he just gave him his like King of R&B crown at some kind of ceremony shit like last
Dave
month
Chappelle?
or some shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was kind of like, how does he feel about that?
Well, he is the king of R&B.
That's neither here or there. I'm on that motherfucker right now.
I'm just saying, look. Okay, Michael
Like,
Jackson.
you can't celebrate shit right now if you him.
Michael Jackson is the king of pop. And then is everybody gonna take that away from him when Finding Neverland come out?
No, and it's something else. Wasn't it Finding Neverland, or what you saying?
No, so there was a show some years ago where this Indian reporter named Martin Bashir, he followed Michael Jackson around,
I saw that.
and they talked about like his crazy spending habits. Because there was like this one scene where he went inside this weird ass museum or store or whatever, and he like bought like $80,000 worth of shit, and his card declined. So this little old white lady is like, I don't know if she was an older white lady, but she was older in my eyes because I was young. So she's sitting there and she's like swiping Michael Jackson's card. And could you imagine how she feels? Because she's like, I gotta tell this motherfucker his card is declined. And but you're gonna automatically think that Michael Jackson of all people got money,
Yeah, he's still black.
right? So
Yeah.
and then like, so she's like, I'm sorry, it's declined. And he's like, try it again. And she tries it, and so she calls the manager over. She doesn't want to have that conflict with Michael Jackson. I can completely understand that. I legitimately can. So the manager was like, you ain't got no goddamn money. Sorry. Like, he's like, all right. So he gets on the phone and calls somebody. He's like, yeah, I want all this shit, and the card's not working, and you need to get it because I want it now. And so he gets it. They come down and get the shit for him. Then they go back to the house and they talk about the kids and shit coming over, riding Ferris wheels and doing all that stuff and sleeping in bed with them. And Yeah, and matter of fact, he got real black. And the kid was like, "Oh yeah, I sleep in his bed." He's like, "I be on the floor." Like, I thought your voice was soft. The fuck, like, so. But yeah, I don't know. So they've done it before, and there was a lot of controversy behind it. So with the controversy, people started tripping, and then remember when they did the whole thing when he was on TV? They took pictures of my penis and my balls and all that stuff, and they was so. Look, scrutiny is a motherfucker, and it comes to everyone. So he's still the king of pop.
I'm not saying that you can take that away from him or R. Kelly as far as the king of this or that.
The only thing with R. Kelly is he has a lot of stiff competition, but I just think that he's me personally, I think when you look at his resume, he's the king of R&B. Maybe. Yeah, I don't even know who would compare to him.
No, what I was saying was he can be that, but this is not a time for you to celebrate shit right now.
No, he can't celebrate anything right now.
Exactly. So I don't know if, I don't know if it mattered to him. It probably doesn't matter to him.
To R. Kelly?
Yeah.
That he's a king of R&B? Or
either.
Or the controversy?
Either.
I mean, God knows I would never want to be in his shoes. But if I was in his shoes, it's like you're bringing up stuff that is well documented, like in the annals of time. Like people know that he peed on quote unquote Sparkle's niece.
Trip, trip, trip.
Like it's not a secret. Like it would be like that's why I don't even understand so much of the controversy, because it's like it's just like if somebody was to report that men walked on the moon. We already know that shit. What makes it so spectacular? Again,
I can see that. Yeah,
like we know. We know that. So he peed on Sparkle's niece. Now I don't know about all that cult shit, and I don't think he ever held anybody against his will, but that's just my personal opinion, because it seemed like everybody was free to go. And because if I had a daughter, you held her hostage, I'm gonna kick your fucking door down. Like, yeah, I don't give a damn. Like that's my thing. And it just seems like that's the part that people don't like. Certain shit that people say should like kind of make you say, You know what I'm saying? Like when that girl, I'm telling y'all, and people out there live, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but like that one chick that said that he came to her hometown and he called her, they exchanged numbers, and he flew her up to Chicago for 3 months, and then she came back home. Who the fuck is gonna like? I'm gonna. And my daughter or my son, I only have a son, but if I had a daughter and she missing for 2 hours and I don't know where she at, it's gonna be some goddamn furniture moving.
All right.
Hey, you have a daughter, so come on.
Yeah.
Like 3 months? What you gonna do when she comes to the door? Where have you been?
Oh man.
Chicago with Robert. Robert who? Kelly. Oh. Well, come on in and let me fix you a plate. We missed you. That's the way it comes off.
I don't know, man. What people doing their personal time, man, if it's some shady shit going down, then 9 times out of 10, that shit always gonna come to light. Either way. One way or another. It might be now, might be 60 years from now. But shit always catch up to you. That's why I don't like karma ass.
Yeah. I mean, but see, that's the thing, though. Okay, I have to, and I'm not saying it like because I'm a guilty person or anything, but we all have made bad decisions. We've all made mistakes. We all do things that we probably shouldn't do, or at some point in time in our life. So it's like, I don't know about that whole karma thing. Like, shit happens. It does happen. Like it's just like if I don't know if I seen somebody drop $100 bill on the ground and they just too far away and I pick it up and I could have ran them down but instead I'm going to put it in my pocket.
It's like you ain't running down nobody to give them $100 back.
Right, so is karma going to come back and get me for, like, you know, for not fucking chasing them to get them the $100?
Probably not, but you are going to remember those times. Damn, I remember when I lost some money. I wish I had got that shit back.
Right, and I have lost money before. Like, I just feel like shit happens, and I'm not going to beat nobody up, or, like, I don't believe in necessarily karma like that. Now, if I do some malicious shit to someone, that's different. I don't think I've ever did anything like so malicious that was that bad. That's just my opinion. I can be right. I mean, I can be wrong.
All right, well, that's what it's supposed to boil down to, right? Being malicious, like purposely doing something.
You get 5 karma cards a month.
No hell, you only get 3.
Boy, I must have been I don't fucked up in life then.
Marlon ran out of karma cards like how long ago?
A long time. Hey, I'm just saying though. I just feel like life is life. I don't necessarily believe in karma or, you know, shit coming back on you, because, like I said, that was the case. All of us have been fucked up in life.
Yeah, shit. I done been in some jacked up situations plenty of times. I felt like, I probably didn't feel like I deserved it at the time, but when I look back on it, I was like, I probably did some shit that this could be payback for. But then I was like, damn, was it really that bad?
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man.
Now, what I will say I believe in, I think that, and I know I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I may not think, in certain things that I do, I may not think long term. Like in the short term, it may seem great, or this may be a good idea, and then in the long term, it can hurt me. That I believe in. Or it could have been a bad idea.
Yeah, I get that way with money sometimes. Like, I'll buy something, and then, like, 3 weeks later, I'll be like, damn, if I hadn't bought this,
right,
I could have it for now.
Damn, the new loafers hurt my pockets.
I ain't never bought no loafers, though.
That was a Kanye line. The good Kanye, the old Kanye.
I miss the old Kanye.
Man, that's man. Kanye.
I think he got to go through all this stuff that he's been going through past couple of years. Mm-hmm. I think he has to go through that to get back to somewhere where he can create better music again. Because if you always on top, you feel like you invincible. And like if don't nothing bring you back down to earth and humble your ass, like I think you always gonna be in a fucked up place.
Jarvis makes a good point. I feel like we act, then think more than we think, then we act. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I think that Kanye ain't never he's never fully dealt with the death of his mother. And that's speaking for someone who, let's see, it's been 11 years for me. And it's not easy. Like there's still times where I get emotional. Like I was watching a snippet of Surviving R. Kelly. I'm not afraid to say this. So I'm watching a snippet of Surviving R. Kelly, and they was talking about how he made this smash hit, "Step in the Name of Love." Mm-hmm. That was my mother's ringtone. So I broke down crying, and I was like, "Fuck Robert," you know, like I had to turn it off, you know. So it's like I know that I just feel like he never really dealt with it, and I think that the way he tried to deal with it was getting back on the road immediately. Because I think like he took a little bit of time off, then he went right back on. Because he was I'll never forget it. He was touring. Mm-hmm. Took the time off, went right back on tour, and it just seemed like life has been a whirlwind ever since for him.
Yeah, man. Because if you don't take the time to actually like reset yourself after something tragic happened,
yep,
I don't think he'll ever be the same. Mm-hmm. Cause I mean, I still have both of my parents. Mm-hmm. I may not speak to one more than I speak to the other, but they're still here.
Right.
And maybe years down the line, I'll be like, and maybe I should have talked to my dad more. But at current point, it's like, all right, I speak to him when I speak to him.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, I don't think that anything is gonna really change that. Like, as long as we don't hate each other, I feel like we're okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see, like, for me, I haven't spoken to my dad since 2008. What is that? 10 years? What is this? No, it's 11 years also, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Depending on what month. But
yeah, well, that's the last time I spoke to him. I don't hate my dad. I think that we need to talk. But, you know, and this is only coming from my one side. You know what I'm saying? I don't know his side, and the world won't know his side. So, you know, people only hear my side. Mm-hmm. I do think we need to talk. I think that he avoids shit. And I think that, you know, like, there's a preconceived notion, like, between us. I mean, like, I don't hate him. I fucking love him to death. But I'm not going to kiss his ass to try to mend fences or whatever. I've always extended olive branches out through, you know, the right people. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's like trying to get in contact with a fucking celebrity. Like, you know, so what am I to do?
See, I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to my dad, because we have had a talk that we needed to have, but it was years ago. And it was a lot of things that I wanted to say to him before that I never did, that I kept to myself. Mm-hmm. And then, crazy shit, I was talking to this girl that lived in a different state when I was up in Indiana. And I think I had went and hung out with my dad for a couple of hours, and then he was dropping me off back at home. And he was like just trying to apologize for the stuff that had happened, like, back, you know what I mean, in the past. And at that point, I was over it. You know what I mean? I had heard it enough. I was over it. And up until this point, we hadn't talked about it.
Right.
So, old girl texted me, and I responded. I was like, yeah, this dude's still sitting over here talking about some old shit. Like, he my dad or some shit. I don't even respect him as a dad. Ooh. You know what I mean? But I didn't send it to her. I sent it to him. Oh! And as soon as I hit send, like 2 seconds later, and his phone went off, and he looked down, and he was like, was that supposed to be for me? Oh, shit. And like, at that point, we had to have a talk. Ooh. So I explained exactly why I said what I said. You know what I mean? So we talked for about maybe an hour after that. But it cleared the air about a lot of things.
Sometimes mistakes can be a good thing.
Yeah, so it cleared the air about a lot of things, and then we've been on good terms ever since. But I just don't. I'm not the first person to pick up the phone and call or send a text. You know what I mean? Right. Because when I'm here and with your parents being in a different state, like, life happens. So I'm raising a daughter. I mean, I'm working. I'm trying to get my ish together. So it's. I don't really feel bad when I just don't pick up the phone to call. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I mean, but if I do get a chance to talk to him, I'll talk to him. But we're not on bad terms. So
I don't know if my father and I are on bad terms. We're on odd terms. I don't know what the fuck we are. But 11 years is a long time. Like, as a father, if I didn't talk to my son, like, in a day, I miss him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how, like, I know I'm old as shit, but I'm still your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. And, like, God damn it, you're the parent. You should be the bigger person. I've always been the one who reached out or, you know, did whatever. Like, you're the goddamn parent. Mm-hmm. Like, at least, even if people don't agree with me as far as who is who or whatever, or who did what, even people that may know both of me and my father that's watching this, he's the goddamn parent. Mm-hmm. He should be the asserter. Yeah. Hey, you're the parent. Like, I lived in your sack.
Well, I can definitely say that my dad is the one that reaches out first. I can definitely say that. But as a father, like I always call my daughter. I put Skype on every single tablet that she got. Even if I didn't buy the tablet for her and she come over, I put Skype on the tablet. I make sure if her phone's not working, I text her mom to ask her mom to have her call me or whatever. Like if I can't call her directly, I'll find a way to try to get in touch with her. Like
I'll
every
Skype
single
him.
day. So
He can Skype me, my dad. Oh shit. Like, two old niggas on the. Hey, and you know how old people do.
You got them big ass buttons on it. Hey man, we don't get the hell out of here trying to text on a damn jitterbug.
Marlon, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what's weird though. It was something that I do think about. What about if he died? Like, I don't know if I would feel comfortable going to his funeral because I feel like I'd probably be scrutinized. You know what I'm saying?
That's a tough situation to be in because, like, at that point, he's not here for people to be like, well, you should have reached out to your son first and all this other shit.
They gonna be talking to me.
They gonna be looking at you like, well,
you see him laying there? It's all your fault.
Yeah, I think.
Thought he had a heart attack. What do you mean it's my fault? No, I'm just kidding. Don't just. I'm not wishing that on my dad. I actually like that motherfucker like a lot. Like it's something about him that whenever I'm around him, I feel like a kid. That's a good and a bad thing because there are sometimes it's been times in the past I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna talk to this motherfucker. He gonna hear me today, and he get to talk not in a bad way. My dad is a very charming man. And he just comes off as so cool. So I be like all gassed up like, oh, I want to talk to this motherfucker. Like we gonna talk today. And then when we talk, I'm like, oh, I got my dad back. I feel really good. I have my dad. And then all that shit I wanted to get out, I couldn't get out. So that's usually what happens.
I don't know. I ain't never had that, but. Like my sister just said, like you go without something for so long, it starts not to matter. Which is true because I guess I can't 100% speak for my sister as far as how she felt about our dad not being around when we were younger. But because she was younger, I think she already knew what it was like for him not to be around.
Okay, yeah, that's
so
fair.
She just got used to it just being us and our mom.
But isn't that like but don't you like feel a void?
For me, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, it was never until like people would point something out about them and their dad that you'd be like, okay. But
be like, hey, my dad took us to the baseball game. What did you and your dad do? You know what? Fuck you.
But see, I can't even be upset on that level because when we were younger and my mom met somebody else, he was around. Like he did that stuff. You know what I mean? Okay. So it didn't work out between them.
Right.
But he was still there for us.
Even afterwards?
I still talk to him to this day.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And see, like, okay, like, but for me, I had a stepfather. He was cool as shit. Like when I was really young, but then on March 26, 1988, when they got married, I'll never forget that shit. He changed. He wasn't as outgoing with me. Like, so it just I always felt like I had a void. Like he was just fucking.
Oh,
like,
so you met his representative too at first,
right? Now I will say this, and I even said this at my mother's wake, and I would never take this away from him. He helped provide, and I would never take that away from him, cause I could have still been on the west side. I could have got involved in some bad shit, and you know, there's no telling where I would have been. Mm-hmm. So he did. He moved me out the hood high, up in the woods high. So I will give him that. And yeah, that's the only thing I could ever say. And I wasn't trying to be disrespectful when I said that at the wake. But I will always say the foundation of who I am as a man, I would have to always credit my brother, my oldest brother, who I grew up in the house with. Well, he's like way older than me, but I was always around him. Mm-hmm. So my brother, who I grew up in the house with, and my mother, they laid a foundation for me as the man that I am today. Not saying I'm a perfect man, but I'm a solid citizen. I ain't kill nobody. I pay my taxes. Yeah, I'm a good guy. I think I'm okay. Not perfect, but I am a decent American. I ain't pissed on nobody 14-year-old daughter yet. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
And then everybody gonna go back and listen to previous episodes, and I'm like, yeah, like, what, you must have thought I was a sexual deviant when I was young. I'm like, you was.
That is disgusting. I could never. Not no kid. I feel like I'm with a kid. It's disgusting.
I can't say one thing though. Growing up in a single parent home, you tend to make more friends who are in the same situation.
Yeah, because that's all that's in the goddamn neighborhood.
But one thing I can say, I never felt like I needed to make amends or anything like that with my dad. Mm-hmm. The only person I ever felt like I absolutely let down was my younger brother.
Why is that?
Because when I left to come back down here to Atlanta, I just left. Like, there was no, hey, bro.
You didn't have no conversation with him?
Yeah. Like, and I didn't think about it until later on down the line.
Okay.
Like, he didn't have his father around either. And by me being his older brother, I should have looked out for him more. You know what I mean? I should have been to him what a father should have been to him, or helped him. I mean, been around more to help him learn things, help him grow up.
Because that's still a void. Like, even as an older brother, and I always say my oldest brother was a father figure. We're 10 years apart, but just like think about it. Like, okay, for example, when I say we're 10 years apart, so if I'm 10. He's 20. So let's just say if I go to my brother and I say, oh, it's this girl I really like, and instead of him probably saying, well, you're too young to be even thinking about girls and this, that, and the other. At the age of 20, he probably like, go and fuck that girl. Because I'm about to go fuck mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's still, you're a father figure, a parental figure in a way. Yeah. You're still big brother. Yeah. And I think that void will always still be there. It's just my opinion, I think.
Yeah, I definitely get that. So
if it's like one of them big ass gaps, like if you're 10 and the brother is like 40, 30? Or
30, 40.
Like, that's your daddy.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
That's a big gap.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I think me and my brother still have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah, you guys are great, man. Yeah. Love y'all chemistry. Well, whenever I'm around both of y'all, or whenever I see y'all interact,
we cool, man. But I always make it a point to tell my daughter, like, when I have my daughter with me and she has to go back home, and sometimes she doesn't want to go. You know what I mean? But I have to explain to her, hey, you can't go in the house crying. You don't want your little sister, your little brother to see you crying. Right. You know what I mean? Because you have to be there for them. Like, sometimes she'll get there and her older sisters might not be there. So she might feel like she's by herself and she got to wait for them to come home. But you can go in the house, go play with your brother, play with your sister. Like, show them that you miss them. I mean, and then that way it'll keep you from thinking about your other two sisters not being there. Yeah. And then, I mean, you don't want to. You just have to set an example for them, even though they're a lot younger than her right now. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, you just gotta trying to teach her to be a good big sister early on. Yeah. Because I already know once they all get older, they gonna hit that point to where they probably can't stand each other. Yeah. Like some sisters do. I mean, I don't know if all sisters get that way, but And you get to a point where you not on the best of terms with your siblings, so you just like to harass them and give them hell all the time. And I gotta explain that to her too. I'm like, your sister's gonna make you cry sometimes just because. I used to pick on my brother and my sister all the time. We used to pick on our nieces all the time. So, like, it happens. You just gotta learn how to deal with it.
You know, I also think too with like our generation becoming parents, I think that we try to relate more to our kids, which is a pro and a con. Cause like our parents probably would not relate to us as much. Cause it was kind of like, I know for me, it was kind of like a dictatorship.
Right, what I say goes.
That's right. Get your ass in this house, like, you know, whatever, you know. But like, you know, for us as parents, for example, like my kid is 13, so if he's like, you know, I'm just like right out in front, I just want to stay outside, like you know, because you start thinking about yourself growing up in your dictatorship. You're like, all right, man, you good, you stay out there. But like, you know, when you dealing with you're a kid, it's like, I told your ass to get in this house at a certain time. You know, especially like when I lived in Boyne Homes. Like we used to have to be in the house for the street lights come on. And there was this generator. So like when this generator you hear it say clink clink. So when you hear that,
about to come on.
You better haul that ass home.
Be breaking the sweat trying to get back to the house.
Right. So it's just like, you know, parents don't understand like you trying to like, come on, I'm hanging out with my friends, you know. But like I always say, I give my mom benefit of the doubt because I was born in the Atlanta child murders era. So being born in that era, even as I started to go outside and do things, it was like right on the tail. Actually, like, yeah, right on the tail end of it. So can you imagine how that feels? Like, I don't know how versed you are with the Atlanta child murders. I've always been fascinated with it. But there was like kids who were like going to the store for their mom and shit and didn't come home. Like, could you imagine that as a parent? Like, you sent your kid to the store to go get, like, this one girl, and this is like in the 80s. Like back in the day, you can, you know, with a note, give me 3 Lucy's, you know, a Coke and some damn chips, and you know, you get that to the even back then, a little Asian dude at the convenience store.
It was a black dude at the store that we always went to when we stayed on Stanton Road. His name was Mr. Benny.
Mr. Benny.
Yeah.
But you would do that, and so you do that as a parent. You send your kid up the street to go get that, then the kid don't come home. That has to feel horrible.
Yeah. I should have sent him to go get that Coke.
I know, right? Like you said you like, and I don't mean no harm. Like, and I can't say because I was not a parent during that time. But when you see all these fucking kids disappearing, like, how do you send your kid to the store? Like, that's that not me syndrome. Oh, that wouldn't happen to me.
Yeah, like, cause this shit don't hit home until
right.
Until it happen to you or somebody you know.
Oh, that only happen to white people. Like, no, it's happening in your black neighborhood. Like, you know, but yeah, there was so many of those stories. Like, I watched a documentary on. It's this documentary I love to watch on it. So it's just very interesting just to know, like.
See, I didn't even know any. Well, I've heard about it, but I never looked into it, so I might have to check that out.
Well, they blame. Well, you know, obviously Wayne Williams is in jail for it. He like stayed like right around the corner from my aunt. My aunt lived in Dixie Hills, and I'm pretty sure all you know, if you my age or older, you know about Dixie Hills. So he stayed right around the corner from Dixie Hills.
And is that the dude that you said that stayed on that corner of the house? They found all those bodies in the backyard.
No, that's in like by where I lived at in East Point. There was this that was like they found a couple bodies in there. It wasn't like a whole bunch. Wayne Williams had bodies where he was doing this thing allegedly where he was picking up like he was like into music. So say like for example somebody like if we was teenagers and we wanted to do music, oh I can do this and this for you, and we're like, okay, cool, and you know he get us in the car, you know, and kill us, fuck us, throw us in Chattahoochee River.
Yeah. He's still in jail for it to this day?
He is still in jail. But he says he didn't
did that shit.
He said he didn't do it. Now, I will say, and this is just my opinion. If anybody disagrees with me, I respect that because it's not factual what I'm about to say.
If you disagree, put in the comments. We'll talk about it later.
My personal opinion is I do think he did some of it, but it was a lot of bodies during that time frame, and that motherfucker was working overtime if he killed all them damn bodies. I mean, all them kids. So I feel like the Ku Klux Klan took advantage of a situation and probably some other entities out there, but there ain't no way in the fuck. That man, he would have been working overtime like a motherfucker. Like, seriously.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Like, shit, he would have had, he would have been filling up that damn, I forgot what kind of car he had, but it was like this old station wagon. He would have been filling that motherfucker up all the time. Everybody gas says, give me 5 on 8, 5 on 8, 5 on 8, 5 on 8. But yeah, but what happened though? He got caught dumping a body off the Chattahoochee. Like, I'm pretty sure you have even driven in this area before. So they say they saw him dump something, and he made a U-turn. Police seen him. They made a U-turn, and then that's when they put 2 and 2 together and put him in. He been in jail ever since. Damn. So for all you people that went to Douglas High School, that's y'all famous alum. One of y'all famous alums.
But you know what's crazy though? I don't know why people are. I mean, me too, because I watch documentaries on like people who have been in jail for murder and like crazy ass stuff. But I don't know why people are. I don't know what makes people fascinated with that type of stuff. Like, see, they just put the documentary on Netflix called "Conversations of a Murderer or Killer" or some shit like that. The Ted Bundy tapes. And
I'll check that out.
Right, but, like, you want to watch it, but then you think, why do I want to give this life?
I can say for me, I know for me, the reason why I would want to watch it is just I've always been intrigued with how people think. And I just would want to, like, try to seek and I calibrate the shit I'm watching and just to see, like...
Yes, y'all, Rashad.
Hey, shout out to Rashad Davis. You are claiming him. What is it? What's his nickname? He got a nickname. Oh, God. I can't even remember. He has... It's like, you know how Fred is called the Springwood Slasher? Like, Wayne Williams got some shit like that. But anyway, yeah, I would just want, like, all documentaries. I've always liked watching them. I'm a fan of the Kennedy assassination. Not a fan of the actual assassination. I am a fan of watching the documentaries.
So it's more of the story behind what happened. Right.
And it kind of gives you, like, the insight of, like, how people think, what was going on, where was their head at. You know, that, like, with R. Kelly, like... I don't really have the desire, because his shit is old news. I don't really have the desire to watch it like that. But, like I said, I have watched snippets of it, and just to kind of see, like, because it's the only thing that pops up on your timeline. So, I just try to see what's up. But, yeah.
But can you imagine being one of the family members?
Oh, which one? Wayne Williams or R. Kelly?
Any of it. Any of the documentaries that sound like that. Like the family members of the people that this shit actually happened to. Like, in a way, if it was part of my family history and I didn't know the story or the full story about what happened, then I would probably be interested to watch it and learn and learn the truth. But it would still probably be some hard shit to watch.
True, but that's the thing. It's an event. It happened. And the story gonna be told whether you are...
You know what? Because we'll watch Pearl Harbor. That shit happened for real.
Yeah.
We'll watch movies based off of real life events.
I've watched documentaries on 9/11. And that, like, I watched that one and I'm always thinking, like, if I was on that top floor, man, like, because, the plane hadn't crashed until, like, it was still, like, room up top. Could you imagine, like, you got all this fire behind you, And it's like you either die by fire or you die by jumping out this window. But nevertheless, you're gonna die. Some people literally said, I would rather fall thousands of feet from the, in the air, or hundreds. I don't know how tall the World Trade Center was, or neither one of them. I know they was like, yeah, they was up there. They like two of the tallest buildings, right, in the U.S. at the time. Could you imagine? Like, that's a hard choice.
I don't know. It's a hard choice if you the one that has to make it. But then it's like, I think I heard somebody say one time that not pertaining to the World Trade event or the Twin Towers event, not pertaining to that, but I heard somebody make the statement, or I might have read it somewhere, that jumping from a tall building, you'll die from a heart attack before you even hit the ground.
Oh shit, I'll take that then. I don't mind dying there. I don't, because the fire just seemed like it hurts. I mean, all that shit hurt.
I'm saying it all hurt.
Yeah, like, yeah, if that's the case, if that is factual that I'll probably die before I hit the ground, like, I would definitely choose, I'll jump out that goddamn window. That's not, because I hate when I'm cooking and grease pop on me.
They said tragedies are never fun to be a part of, but a part of, only fun to read about.
Ooh, really? I don't know. I think it's. Oh shit! I don't know. I think it's bad either way, but it's just happy. I mean, it happens. Ooh.
Shout out Ramsey.
Yeah. That's my brother, man. That's my dog right there. That motherfucker got the strongest opinion in the world. I love him though. I love him to death. He's a great man. I love. And shout out to Ramsey. I gotta say this. This brother right here, he is strong in his conviction, and I respect the fuck out of him for that.
Always has been.
Yeah. I love that because it's like
people waver.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I'm sure I've wavered on shit. I mean, but
I think that comes from knowing exactly how you feel about a situation.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And knowing your facts and knowing that no matter what anybody else says, you're not going to change my mind.
All right, and I respect that. Yeah. And what makes me mad, though, with people, like, when you see somebody that's strong in their conviction, okay, they're strong in their conviction. Stop trying to fucking change. Like, you ever seen somebody get mad when you're like, I am cemented, I feel this way, and ain't no change in my mind. And but look, don't do all this. Just shut the fuck up and let me live.
Hey, a lot of the time you just gotta agree to disagree, because if everybody in the world thought exactly the same way and acted, and felt the same way about everything,
it'd be a boring world.
We have all the same presidents.
Trump's America now. I'm pretty sure though. There are a lot of people who fucking hate Donald Trump.
I think some of the people who voted for Donald Trump hate Donald Trump. But the fact that they voted for him, they probably feel like they have to stick by what they felt at the time. So they're not gonna say that they changed their mind or their opinion about him to anybody else.
I watched this thing, a documentary on Donald Trump, like right after he got elected.
I never watched a documentary on Trump.
Well, I wanted to, because regardless if you hate him or love him, I think that he's always been intriguing.
It ain't that. It's he got enough money.
Yeah.
I ain't contributing to his money.
So, but there was this thing, right, when they was talking about Donald Trump. It was these two dudes, and they was saying, they was pretty much trying to like decipher what was going to be like the demise of his presidency.
Nothing so far.
So everybody that was on his like cabinet or whatever, I don't, because look, you have to forgive my ignorance because I don't even watch politics anymore, because the day we voted that motherfucker in, that's the day politics died to me. So but anyway, it was like all these people that are connected to him are in jail. It's like three more people left. Like it's one other dude, I think the vice president, and him. They're the only three that's not in jail. But there's this thing where these two white dudes, they were talking about his demise basically was going to be his Twitter account. And they had a book, no bullshitting, probably like you cut off a quarter of this table and that's how big the book was. Big ass book, like bigger than any fucking Bible I've ever seen. And it had all his tweets in it from that point. From the time he joined Twitter to that point. And they pretty much just broke it down with just saying that if you look at it, he's going to pretty much fuck up down the road and he will incriminate himself on his Twitter account. Now, I will say I saw a fucked up tweet that he put out one day because somebody had retweeted it on my line. And he said, this is when the California forest fires were happening. This motherfucker said, well, I'm paraphrasing, but he says the fire's only happening because the park rangers not doing their damn job. No more money for you guys. Like, no more funding for the state of California since you don't do your job. Some shit like that. I was like, bro, like, people are dying. Like, people are fucking homeless. Like, why would you even say that? Like, even if you felt that way, that's some shit that you would go say in private. Like, go tell the vice president, you see these motherfuckers, I keep talking to these goddamn park rangers. They won't goddamn put no water on the cigarettes. I don't know, however else he felt. I'm just saying hypothetically. You don't say that aloud. You don't tweet that because when you tweet it, you can't get it back.
So he don't think before you tweet.
Nope.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
But there's a difference. You may not make as much money, like, 'cause before we were born, the president used to be like the highest paid job in America. But like now, I think they make like $520,000. I don't know how much it is. It ain't shit to him, but it's still the most prestigious seat or prestigious position that you can have in the world. So how the fuck you don't think? Like, he don't have anybody he needs somebody that just stay next to him. Like Kevin Hart, you say he need a no man. Like, he needs somebody, like, every time he get ready to tweet, just slap his goddamn hand, slap the phone out of his hand.
Somebody get Trump a jitterbug so he can't tweet no more.
President Obama. President Obama, you and the Mexicans, I need a wall. Give me a wall.
They gonna make they gonna make a movie about his dumb ass when his presidency is over. You know somebody gonna do it.
Yeah, and then, like, I always hear people say, oh, they gonna assassinate him. He ain't gonna make it. They're not gonna fucking assassinate him because he is punishment to the United States. You think these people are like suffer? Like, we have always been looked at as the big bully. Like,
all right, nope, that's what your ass get.
We are behind as a country in every fucking thing, with the exception of going to war. That's the one thing that we're good at. We can kick your ass in a war, but we can't build computers like other countries, or we can't. Yeah, we don't even make the goddamn sneakers we buy. Yeah, everybody be talking about, I'm rocking these ones, these Jordan ones. They made in Cambodia.
Cambodia won.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. I got on a pair of ones. Let me see what this motherfucker made.
You gonna say China?
Made in China. Yeah.
At least they foreign.
Yeah.
If it ain't foreign, it's boring.
That's crazy. But yeah, we spend all this goddamn money on these shoes and then get made in these sweatshops. I didn't buy my Jordans though. Every pair of Jordans I ever had, I never bought them.
I've only owned one pair of Jordans in my life. And that was probably like 9th or 10th grade, somewhere around there. And I didn't buy those.
I don't like them. I don't like Jordan.
I don't like all of them.
No, I don't like the man.
I don't like nobody. What Jordan do?
Well, it's like, I understand. Okay, he has a lot of power. Jordan probably is more powerful than Oprah, which I'm not an Oprah fan either.
You talking about influence?
Yeah, and I just feel like he has always told the line of being
politically correct.
Yes, like, he don't say shit. Now, I did feel bad for him one day when people have there's always been a small faction of people who's criticized him for never really speaking out on shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he's always just protected his brand, and I understand that, but he spoke out one day about the when the police was, well, they still doing it, but when they were just killing motherfuckers, like really, like left and right, and he spoke out, and it was a really big deal because his words was like a line down the middle, like, I ain't choosing sides, it's just bad. And then he donated like $2 million or some shit to like the Black Lives Movement, and then he donated like $2 million to the police, like to a police, some shit for the police. It was like typical Jordan, and then like everybody like fucking cremated his ass, like just, blah, 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 just talking shit about him, and it's like, well, damn, he finally said something. I give the nigga baby steps. I give him that.
Yeah, I mean, cause you gotta think. I don't know, cause you always gonna have people who can relate to both sides of a story. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Instead of just.
But it can't be the same person. Like, you gotta have an opinion. That nigga's a Gemini. He got two personalities. Like, he be down the middle. Like, he don't care.
He probably got good PR, man. They don't let him get a hold of his Twitter like Trump just be running rampant.
Man, I've always felt like Jordan got like, and I don't know who it is. I don't think it's Phil Knight or the Nike brand, but somebody got a hand up his ass, and he's a puppet. I've always felt that way about him.
Yeah, but if you think that, then wouldn't he always have something to say about just shit that we don't think he should be agreeing with?
No. I mean, because you got to think about it. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts, and it's just an opinion. It's strictly just an opinion. I truly feel like Jordan could be sitting up there watching what happened to Trayvon Martin and be like, that's fucked up. And they be like, you can't say anything. Think about your brand. Oh, yeah, you're right. But it's really set. No, okay. Just buy my shoes. Like, it's just that's how I feel like he does. I really do.
Illuminati don't want black folks, JJ. Sorry, man.
No, I have a problem. Okay, I know I always seem like I hate shit. I don't like most celebrities. I don't like sequels. And most sequels suck ass.
And most celebrities, if they have a son and name him Junior, he don't like y'all ass either.
Okay, but here's my problem with the Illuminati, and I really would like to see somebody say something about this. Like, tell me your opinion. I'm not saying it don't exist, but what I am saying, every time I watch a YouTube video or read anything on Illuminati, it's always about black people and their blood sacrifice. Like, like Jay-Z sacrificed. They killed Jay-Z. He sacrificed. I forgot somebody. His nephew. Like, he was filthy rich when his nephew died. I've heard that he sacrificed somebody from back in the day. They say Nas let somebody ream him out, and he sacrificed his best friend, and then he became famous. Why are we all like
quick to take away the hard work that people put in? Right.
That's number one, and number two. If all you had to do was get somebody killed, and give us some booty hole, you know how many rich motherfuckers be walking around? Like you be sitting up there like talking to the Illuminati people, like, look, my ass hurt, and my cousin dead. Where is my money? You know what I'm saying? Like,
prisons wouldn't be so populated either.
Right, because in prison, if you done kill somebody and you got a life sentence, as soon as somebody penetrate, the door should open.
I don't know, man.
And then, okay, so my point to that is, and I use this example all the time, you never hear white people say anything about Illuminati. Maybe they run it. I don't know. Don't even care. But Liam Neeson, Liam Neeson, the Taken star. But he's been acting forever and a day, right? Mm-hmm. And I like Liam Neeson. He's a great actor. Like, I liked him before he was Taken, because that's when he became a big action star. Mm-hmm. But nobody really paid attention to him. He was always like a co-star. Okay. Never the leading guy. So he's skiing, and his wife dies in a skiing accident. Mm-hmm. And this motherfucker becomes a big-time star. So he becomes a big time star after his wife, the action star after his wife dies. I never hear anybody say, "Oh, well, Liam Neeson sacrificed his wife. Wonder how much ass he gave up." I don't know. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I think it's fucked up because you discredit, like, as African Americans, you discredit the hard work that your brothers and sisters are putting in to get out of that situation and make something of their life.
I agree.
And then you, the same motherfucker that want your friends and your family and random strangers to support your ass when you got your grind going, trying to hustle and do some shit. But as soon as you make it somewhere, they fucking join the Illuminati. That's why they famous now.
Right.
Like, do you really want that shit? No. But you want to put that on everybody else? I hate that shit with a passion, man. It's irritating to me.
Like, I want to know, how does it even work? Like, are you just like sitting in your room, like alone and shit, and it started thundering and lightning, and then in the corner, this dark cloaked figure is just standing there and like, just start talking to you and tell you, give me some ass and give me a soul and the world is yours. And then the thunder like, like, how does it work?
I don't know, bro. You ever watch that Fire Festival documentary on Netflix?
No.
Bro, it's a dude on there. I can't remember his name because I only watched it once. So it was a dude on there. Now, they had like all of these bottles of water like held up at customs. They had to pay a customs fee. Okay. And the dude that went to jail for the Fire Festival shit, at the time he called this guy who was working with him or who was one of his investors and was like, look, we need you to go take one for the team. Are you willing to suck dick to help us get this water out of customs? Dude said, because he's homosexual. So dude said he went home, took a shower, drank some mouthwash, and drove across town ready to suck dick so they can get this water out of customs. He said he got there and he talked to the dude, and dude was like, for real? And then, like, after their conversation, the dude was like, all right, we're going to let it go, but just make sure you pay us the money. He wasn't going to make him do it, but dude was like,
is this real?
Yeah. This white guy said he was willing to suck dick for his team to get they water through customs. But
it's just the water.
End of it, he ain't.
What was that? Going to a third world country or some shit?
Nah, cause that Fire Festival was supposed to be like the next big music fest. Excuse me. And the shit didn't work out. And everybody blamed Ja Rule for the shit, but the other dude that he was
I care about Ja's opinion.
He was working with is the one that ended up going to jail. Like, it was a lot of people who didn't get paid, but I think the dude said that he was finna go get head to somebody else to get the water through customs. Like, he ain't get paid either. So it's like, you willing to do that? You think the Illuminati be come knocking on your door? Like, we know you down.
Shit. Well, I'm gonna tell you, and make this perfectly clear. I love you like a brother. I really do.
I wouldn't even ask you, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna ask nobody to do shit that I wouldn't do for them.
I'd be just like even if they had a gun in your head. I'd be like in the movie, I close my eye and then one tear come out like.
Bro, I just look at you, start singing, see you at the crossroads.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I love my son more than life itself. I'd be like, man, we gonna see each other again.
Take one for the team, son.
Like, I love you, man, but goddamn, I just can't. Like, even if I was in prison, man, you know what I mean? Man, I couldn't do it. There'd be so many people with bit off dicks.
Bro, what's that one movie? It came out years ago. It had Ludacris in it. And
I already know where you going. Damn, I just had it in my Crash.
Yeah. So when the couple got pulled over and they was up against the car, and the one cop was sexually assaulting the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was like super pissed at him.
I don't know what he could have did in that situation.
Nothing. Like, you either try to do something and die, because that's the only option he had.
You can live to fight another day. I
Do
got one
something
better
and
than
die.
you. You ever seen that movie Dirty?
Dirty.
It's on Netflix. It got
Dirty.
Cuba Gooding Jr. in it, and he does a really good job.
I don't think I seen that one.
He did the same thing to a girl in the movie, and he was like, I forgot. He said her name. She was like, I don't speak Spanish, but she was like, ba 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 ba, and she basically was saying,
I'm sure Spanish don't sound like that though.
True. I'm sorry, 'cause that was like, we're gonna build a wall. No, I'm joking. But so the girl was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. She told him that in Spanish. And she had got like this old ass Wild Wild West revolver. She lived to fight another day. Like, she didn't, and that's what in the crash. I'm like, we got to live to fight another day. But she got his ass at the end. She about to walk up to him and kill him. He wasn't paying attention. And fucking the dudes he stole some money from came up. She just like, well, fuck it, I ain't even gotta do it. She threw the gun. She stood there and watched. They fucked him up. It was good. You should watch it. It's a good movie.
I'm gonna check it out. You know the best revenge movie that I've ever seen?
What's that?
I Spit on Your Grave.
Oh!
The best revenge movie I've ever seen. Like, I've never felt so bad for a victim in a movie before. But by the end of that movie, I was like, all the motherfuckers got what they deserve.
Isn't that the one she had a shotgun up that dude's ass?
Yep.
And then when dude opened the door, the bullet came out his mouth or some shit like that?
They made a part 2. I don't think I ever watched it, though.
Man, I was just been like, look, just fucking kill me. Like, that was like a double barrel shotgun up his ass. I can't even imagine.
Hey, man, but everything in that movie that she did to them dudes, like, that's the type of shit that would probably go through your head every time somebody does something wrong to you. Like, when you just know that you want these motherfuckers to suffer and you can't do shit at the time. You're like, oh, I hope somebody got them.
I'm gonna get you back, nigga. I'm gonna put a shotgun up your ass. I'm gonna get you back. I got you, bro. I got you. Click, clack, bang, bang. Booty hole. Yeah, I got you.
Bruh, I was coming home from work. I was living in Austell.
Okay.
Right across from Six Flags. And I was coming home from work one night. I was on the bus, got off the bus, walked through the apartment complex like I've done so many times before. And I walked through the back part of the apartment complex because it was quicker than going all the way around like this crescent shape and taking the long way around. So I just walked through the back. But as I was walking through the back, it was these dudes standing on their back porch, just chilling. I ain't think shit of it. So walk up the steps, speak, what's going on, fellas? Kept going. 30 seconds later, I can't say both of them, but I don't know how many of them it was, but 2 of them came up behind me, pistols to the back of my head, and took my phone.
I remember that.
They took some other shit, but like the only thing I was really, really mad about was the phone.
But they took your gun, didn't they?
Nah,
you have your gun?
I ain't have it on me.
Oh, now you should have did like Soulja Boy, like.
No. Nah, but I was only really pissed because they took my phone, and I was more upset about the phone because my daughter had just been born.
Yep.
And all of her baby pictures was in that phone. And I never got it back. And every time I think about this shit, I'm like, oh, I hope they die a horrible death. Like, I've never wished death on anybody.
You gonna put a shotgun up their ass?
I definitely would if I knew who it was. Like, every time I think about that situation, it pisses me off to no end.
Like, even in today's time, even back then, because Harmon is only, 8? Or getting ready to be 8.
Month, yeah.
So, it's like to steal a phone, like, you can't really do nothing with it. Even then. It's only so much you can do. It's not worth it.
I mean, they definitely couldn't do anything because as soon as I got to the house, I turned on the GPS tracker on it while I was calling the police, and I locked the phone so they couldn't do shit with it. So, but still, that's besides the point.
Right? No, I'm with you.
I hope all them motherfuckers got herpes and gonorrhea of the mouth.
Damn. And a shotgun up their ass.
Yep, that too.
Bang bang.
I when it comes to taking something from somebody who worked hard for it, like that, I don't understand it.
I don't either. I think there's just the society that we live in where, first of all, you have a lot of lazy motherfuckers in today's society, and I don't think laziness has a color either. I just think it's black, white, whatever. I think it's just a lot of lazy ass people who don't want to work for, the basics.
But if you think about it, you can't be lazy when you rob people. Like, you can't be lazy to be a criminal.
I would think your adrenaline be jumping like a motherfucker.
Bruh, first of all, you gotta find a way to make money to buy a pistol, whether it's cheap or not. You gotta make the connection to buy a pistol from somebody that can't be traced. Then you gotta have patience.
You put a lot
because
of
you
thought
gotta
in this,
wait.
so you did it before.
You gotta wait for motherfuckers that you can hit up. It takes more effort to be a criminal than it takes to go fill out an application.
I don't feel like I know you anymore.
Cause
you scared the shit out of me.
Cause think about it. Every movie that you watch, they got somebody robbing a bank. You know how much planning they got to put into that shit?
That's the movies.
Hey, I like movies.
God damn.
But it's all the same.
Okay. Nino. Hell, scared the shit out of me. You described that too good. We need to talk about our topic. But
we got close to it being politically correct.
We'll say that for another time, man.
Yeah, because it's already over an hour. We ain't going to hold y'all listeners up too much longer. But we'll make sure we touch on that topic in the next episode 9, politically correct.
I don't even know what the hell this one's going to be. What is this one called?
I don't know. I think it's some crazy-ass topic. Some crazy-ass title for it.
Eric True Colors, Atlanta Child Murders, and Spit on My Grave.
Why the Atlanta Child Murders had it be in between? That wasn't even my topic. That was yours.
Oh shit, that's like that's a bad. They all connect too in some kind of weird way.
Oh man, but we definitely appreciate y'all listening. Another round of Ab-So-Lute.
Yep.
Marlon don't know what to say no more.
I don't. I'm sitting there. Do you wear gloves when you do this shit?
I wear gloves at work every day.
Damn, Orenthal chain.
His gloves ain't fit. All right, y'all.
All right, peace out, man.